guess the concern there is, with the logic that was just provided, that you don't have to sign a lease, so therefore you don't have to do it. I mean, it's your priority. But your water source isn't just below your land where you can say, I'm just going to rely on what's right below my property. The water source is what everybody's concerned about. I think everybody agrees that reducing the dependence on foreign oil and gas and all that is the way to go. But what are you going to do? We're going to have to get our water from Arabia. We're going to have to go overseas to get the water if they contaminate the water. And I think it's kind of silly that, I mean, not silly, but we're talking about two different type of things tonight. We're talking about the concern of the vehicles, which I understand if I had to deal with that myself. So you're dealing with a visible contaminant to the neighborhood versus what may end up being an invisible contaminant to the neighborhood in the water table. Millions of gallons of this fracking fluid. You know, I understand your vested interest and the financials that may come out of this for a lot of people that could use it, but I think the water takes precedence. You know, we didn't move down here to Lake Township, a nice rural community, to have to deal with this kind of stuff. You know, I understand there's gas wells in the county, you know, typical traditional drilling. You know, not coming down and, well, yeah, they didn't sign a lease, so let's do an elbow around it type thing, but it's still in your vicinity. You know, I'm on a 3,000-foot ring from one of the drill sites. And then there's another one maybe a half mile away. So I'm right next to two of them. And I just think your resolution may not do anything. However, making an effort to put a resolution out there to say we're going to ban it on Lake Township property at least shows solidarity with your constituents.
Yes. Yes.
Congress does it all the time. They pass stuff all the time that means nothing. All kinds of resolutions that mean absolutely nothing. But this one could be backing up your community. I urge you to take that. It may not mean anything. Plains Township did it. It may not mean anything. But at least it'll show your community that you care. And that's about all I have to say.
Your address?
The number 3575 Smith Kramer.
3575. Hello.
Hi, my name is Catherine Ball, B-A-L-L. That's my husband.
Okay. I kind of thought maybe.
3575 Smith Kramer.
Yes.
My husband and I moved over here a little over 10 years ago. And one of the main reasons we moved to Hartville is because it was a nice, quiet community, wonderful people, caring. They band together to help each other out in need. And we thought this is where we want to raise our kids. We have two beautiful little boys. Excuse me.
Come on, you can do it.
And when we were told by the Chesapeake Application Company that, oh, they're just going to put chemicals in there that's same as you use underneath your sink. To me, that frustrated me because my kids are our livelihood. They're our future. And as a teacher, I know that, and many people who live in Hartville know that. But my concern was that when they said that, my kids don't drink Drano, they don't swim in Drano, they don't bathe in Drano. So for me, that is a big fear for me to protect my children. So when they said that to me, I got information, I researched it as a teacher, and I wanted to know what my community could do. And from what other people in other counties and other districts and other schools and other cities, and they said, you know what, the city's doing this, they're helping their people and they're getting the word out. So I thought, okay, I'll come to the Lake Township meeting and I'll ask for your support. And that's all we're asking for, is for you to be fair. Have as much communication on one side and support as the other, just to make it even. Because there are a lot of people that care about their kids and they don't want anything bad to happen to their families and their community. And I'm just speaking from a person who lives in Hartville. I don't want to leave Hartville. I want to continue to say praises about Hartville to my family that I have up in Cleveland and down in Columbus. And we moved in here for that reason. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand the vested interest that we have in your community because we moved here. So we believe in your community, and we have heard good things, not only about the school district, but about the trustees, and we're hoping that you can help us.
And I mean, if I may echo your concerns about the kids, Ben's grandson's living with him and his daughter. I raised my kids here.
Alice has his kids and grandchildren in this
So I'm
community.
sure you feel the
So
same way
we
when you heard
must,
about
I mean,
that.
there may be some slight differences, but by no means make any mistake that we don't all feel the same way as you do about the safety of our kids. I mean, obviously we do. Obviously we do. And we care about the community.
But-
I appreciate the sentiment that you have. I just, and I understand the emotional situation that this is, and other governments may pass resolutions that don't mean anything. I don't want to be a part of making any resolutions that don't mean anything. So before we do,
But as a
we're,
community,
we're making a resolution, and you heard that already, and we
but
will
just the
notify.
fact that you are speaking
Right,
and you are saying something on our behalf
yeah.
means a lot.
But to sit here, and that doesn't sound right. For us to make a resolution saying that we ban something when we can't.
Does Lake
I mean-
Township own their own property in any part of the township? I would say anything that Lake Township owns, you can
They
say
can't
we
get there
ban
if they
it on
don't have
our
the roads
property.
available.
Why could you not do that?
I mean, you
Yeah.
can,
To make
Do
a
something.
blanket ban for the whole town, we cannot do that.
no, but you
Let us-
can make
let it-
efforts
yeah.
where you see them.
Let us review this, and I'm not gonna do that tonight. Let us review that. We're gonna take our concerns, most certainly concerning the IEL. I've got grave concerns, most definitely with you guys. Okay? So we've seen that, and we will absolutely take up that cause. But I don't wanna be a part of other politicians that do something that carries no teeth. That's embarrassing, and those people embarrass themselves. I don't wanna do that. We're gonna do something that, if we do something, it's gonna be real. That's the pride I have in the way, yeah, that's the pride I have in the way we do things. All that's gonna happen tonight is that one resolution that we've made to forward that information. Obviously, we'll continue to educate ourselves and find out what teeth these other communities truly have and go from there. Understand that the channels of communication are most definitely open. And we're not gonna sit here closed-minded and ignore everything, but we're also not gonna do anything that doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, it's a complete moot point, I'm not gonna be a party to that.
I guess
Just
the one additional question would be, is if Lake Township could ban it in the entire township and that had legal teeth to it, would they? Based on the concerns of the.
I can't answer that right now.
I don't know why you couldn't
Yeah.
answer that, because if I'm giving you a hypothetical, if the township were able to ban it globally, could they do it?
Okay,
If
so
they could, would
hypothetically,
they do it?
would you
And
be
then
in
if you
favor
would
of
do
that?
it, then why wouldn't you do it on the land if you do have the ability to ban it on? That's
Right.
that's really the
You're
question.
concerned about your grandkids?
Like I said,
you're
tonight
concerned?
we're that one resolution, and that's where it's gonna stay tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.